Fill her up.
You're listening to the GaS Digital Network.
It's time for GaS Digital Now. Join producer Natalie and Blind Mike to learn what's going on behind the scenes of your favorite shows.
Hello.
Hello.
Is that us? Hi. Welcome to GaS Digital Now, the GaS Digital wrap-up show. We're live. That's what happens when you're live sometimes. You just got to deal with that, and that's radio, baby.
Radio Gaga.
We're tan,
Yes.
and we're a little crispy. Oh, I hear our mic doubling. Pause us on the website. There we go.
That was me.
Oh, that was you?
Unprofessional.
Ooh. Hi, welcome to GaS Digital Now, the GaS Digital wrap-up show. That's Mike. This is Natalie. We just got back from Cabo, San Lucas, Mexico. For the GaS Digital retreat. To my knowledge, no other shows have gone into depth about it yet. We might be breaking. This might be breaking because we're live. We wanted to do it live, so. Normally this is the show where we talk about all the best moments that happened on the network this week, but we do this every year. Luis and Ralph take us on a beautiful trip.
Thank you.
And we usually dedicate a whole episode afterward to talking about it. We might bring in some people who work here, who are there to talk about their experiences. So stay tuned. This is something we used to do on the show that we haven't done in a while, and that's trying foreign snacks.
Yes.
I got this in the airport. These little
Duty-free shit.
dulce de leche with nuts.
They call them cacaruchas.
There you go. Serafina, if you want one, feel free to grab one. But I'm going to try one of the Glorias. And I like that all of this stuff in Mexico has like a big stop sign that says excess sugar and excess calories on it.
I like that it looks like an actual dog turd.
Does it? Is it as brown as it looks like it's going to be? Had you ever been to Mexico before, Mike?
No, first time. And now I've been to all three North American continents.
I've never been to Canada. This was my first time in Mexico. Wait, North American continents? Hold on, we can't both be chewing at once. Hold on.
It has the consistency of poop, too. If I had to eat
It's really good. It's softer than a caramel, I would say.
If I had to eat poop, this is what I assume the consistency would be.
But yes, I got these in the airport. But I did buy a lot of chicharrones in the Walmart that we went to.
What was that chili lime spicy pretzel rod snack you got?
Those were Nepal. They had Nepal in them, which is, I think, cactus.
It was incredible.
Those were really good. We'll talk about the snacks later, but yes. I guess we can go in order. First day, we arrive. We flew separately. We got clowned a little for that, but
yeah, so we have a GaS Digital Cabo retreat group chat with all 21 staff members, and everyone was texting like, "Oh, I got to my gate. Just got here." Like, and then in the middle of all them texting that, I just texted, "Just landed in Detroit. Next stop, Cabo." And Luis just like, "You're not with your chick, dude. You fucking."
Because I was on Lewis's flight. All the Newark people went together. Flew easy. I think we just missed all the chaos and bullshit that's going on right now.
Chaos.
We just narrowly avoided it. And then landed pretty easily. It was a little scary going through at first, but everyone made it out. Okay.
When we got to the customs, they literally like Beast Games or Squid Games had you hit a button to see if they were going to search your shit.
Yeah, it was a little scary, but we all got through successfully. Similarly to Jamaica, you leave and it's just these outdoor bars and a balmy 89 degrees. right away, and there's just these outdoor bars where you grab
So,
beers and tacos.
The interesting thing about was when we went to Jamaica, Lewis always likes to talk about, like, as soon as you leave the airport, you step out and there you are in Jamaica. It's like,
Yeah.
you can't mistake where you
Grab
are.
a red stripe and a beef patty, yeah.
Where when we went to Mexico, you step out and it just kind of looks like Miami.
Yeah, I guess.
It's just kind of like there's just fucking trap music, like slut rap playing, and you just hear Glorilla in the background. It looked very similar. Like there's so many white tourists there.
It's kind of all white tourists.
It just looked like Miami.
That's true. I will say, Jamaica, you get out the airport and there's Jamaicans everywhere, but in Cabo, the only Mexicans hanging out were the people that worked there.
Yeah.
For the most part, I would say. I feel like no one came home to Cabo. It was all tourists that were just starting their vacation.
Because also there's Jamaicans who fly across Jamaica to get to other parts of,
That's true. Yeah, we pile in the vans. We get to the villa, and it's literally like built into a mountain.
The drive was closer.
The drive was closer. It was about an hour. You get into this villa, and it's all these like open, like you walk straight through, and then it's like the cliff side.
Yeah, you're
that you
literally
look
on the
out.
side of a mountain.
Yeah, you look out, and from the right height, it looks like you're just in the ocean, because from the view, like certain windows, you look out, and it's just water forever. And it was this big, sprawling villa with 2 pools and a hot tub, and also the casitas, 2 casitas.
Which means tiny house.
I got a tiny house, dude. I got a casita, dude. Up in New Hampshire.
We were lucky enough to get one of those.
Yes.
I feel like
Couples get their own rooms.
Yeah, I feel like the sleeping situation was good. Although, if Dom was here, we could ask him how he felt about the living situation. So Dom and Serafina got a room, but they had to, because of the seniority situation, they had to share a bathroom with the one room that had like 5 dudes in it. And that's just how it's gotta be. Sorry. It was fine. I offered for anyone who wanted to shower in our casita to shower in it, and no one actually took me up on it.
Only if I get to jerk off in the corner and watch. Yeah,
the shower situation was kind of funny. It was just like a room with a bathroom with no door, and also the shower didn't have a curtain either. It was just like all one room with a shower and a toilet and a bed.
Bathrooms were like orgy bathrooms.
Really?
There was like 2 or 3 like faucets or like shower heads in each with no.
That's so funny. I took a trip with my family to Nashville where it was like obviously the Nashville version of this, which was like one big long house. We called it like the Saltburn house. Like that's what it looked like. And there was a shower with 2 showers facing each other in it. That's so funny. Anyway.
And then there was also what G might call the erotic asphyxiation closet.
Oh yeah, so Jorge and G-Mike shared a room, but they were like not, it was like a split room.
G-Mike got like a throne of a bed.
Yeah, G-Mike got a throne bed. And then they had a closet that was like it was like the cuck chair room was like this little closet that it was clearly for like an office. But yeah, G-Mike called it like the jerk off closet, something like that. It was very beautiful. And then we spent the night, hanging out by the pool and then in the hot tub. So I guess we can go in order and then talk about things that came up as they come up.
Well, okay, so the funniest thing to me is because Alex has been talking about on the meetings all month about how she's getting all of this gear ready so she's not going to miss a beat in Cabo. She got like all of this weird like arm cast like accessories so she could like swim in the pool and like participate in activities. So like she had this weird water cast and she would like dip her hand in the water and have to like what Serafina, do you know what's going on with that?
Arm condom.
Yeah, what was happening there?
Yeah, it was pretty much an arm condom.
But why did she have to fill it with water?
She didn't fill it with water. The point was that it would fill itself with air when it was underwater. So she would pull it in and take it out and it would be like suctioned to her fingers. and the cast.
Oh.
Yeah. So, yeah, it wasn't full of water. It was the opposite. If it was full of water, it's not doing its job. But, yeah, she tested it at first in the pool, and then pretty much there were no incidents. I was worried about her swimming, like, in the ocean with it. But it was fine. It held up really well.
Yeah. It's just like, once again, Alex proves to be the coolest chick in the world.
She's like, I got a broken arm, whatever. Doesn't
Suck my dick.
Yeah. Can you bring your mic up like a tiny bit? I feel like I want you to be on the level that we are.
I hear a buzzing.
The buzzing, I think, is from the booth mic. It's okay. We'll deal with the buzzing later. First day, beach day. They served us breakfast and lunch, which was kind of a bummer because then dinner we had to like scrounge around. But mostly there was enough leftovers.
But there was also Uber Eats, which some people took advantage of.
Yeah, Jorge did some Uber Eats. Also, there were people that worked there and like cooked for us and stuff. They would leave at 3, and they also had 2 incredible dogs and a cat. I think the cat just lived there, whereas like those were their dogs that they would bring. I don't remember their names, but they were like 2 like pit bull mixes. Like the one kind of reminded me of like
Bentley.
No, not Bentley. My dad's dog. Whatever. This doesn't matter. The dogs were really cute. I'll add some pictures of the dogs because they were really fucking cute, and they were very friendly. But chill. They were like not too needy. They would just be like, oh, you can pet me. Yeah, so next day we went to the beach. We had breakfast and we went to the beach. And oh wait, hold on. First night everyone was on drugs and I did mushrooms, I think.
I was drinking, but I was so tired that I couldn't, like, the drinks weren't even working. I was so tired that I wasn't even feeling drunk. I just felt extra tired.
I just remembered that first night was like a fun party night where we
me and G might convince Becca to stay up later.
Yeah, I did mushrooms and then I was pulled into a room. It was like the big party was happening downstairs, but then like the smaller, quieter party was happening upstairs. And I was pulled into a room because Serafina, as we told last time, made Guess Who. And I was pulled in by, I want to say, Alex and Serafina and Co. to play Guess Who with Jorge. And they were like, it kind of feels like you're on this, like you're performing when you're playing with an audience. I was like, no, I'm just in the zone. And it was perfect. It was really good.
Shout out Serafina for making the Guess Who.
Yeah, that was fun as fuck.
Good job.
Did a good job.
Dudes. It went so much better than I thought. Me and Dom were on the boat, also partaking in some fun things. We were just like, dude, can you believe Guess Who worked that well?
It was so good where like me and Jorge, and he won't say this, but me and Jorge, same level. And I would say that Jorge and I know, like, because there's certain people, if you play with them, they might be like, I don't know, does this person engineer? I have no idea. Whereas me and Jorge are like, we know the same amount about everybody.
No, it was perfect.
Yeah.
Jorge killed it.
Yeah. So yeah, that was really fun.
And some of the questions, were like,
it was like, for me and Jorge, I was like, does this person do comedy? Does this person produce a podcast, I guess, currently? Where I'm like, he was like, would this person do a cannonball in the pool? And I had Shannon, so I was like, no. That was easy.
yeah.
There were a couple like that. That's all I remember from that game. But I will talk about our Guess Who circle after our fancy dinner.
Yeah.
Because that was the next day.
Okay.
That was really fun.
The bosses were fighting over what rooms to take.
Yeah, what happened was that the bosses had the best, privatest rooms.
Frank, Ralph, and Lewis.
But we learned pretty immediately Lewis's room was directly over the hot tub. So while we were at 10:30 p.m., I'm kidding, it was probably later than that. While we were at but a normal time, not a crazy time, hanging out loudly by the hot tub, he had to come down and be like, I can hear you guys so clearly. Me specifically. He was like, bitch, your voice carries. I don't know what it is, but I only hear Natalie. And then the same thing, Jorge said the same thing to me the next day, and I wasn't even shouting. They were like, all I hear is you.
You shout.
But at the time, I wasn't shouting.
I disagree.
This was breakfast time.
Yes, you shout. You're shouting right now.
It's irrelevant. The point is that in the hot tub, I was shouting. At breakfast, I was not shouting. This is really boring. No one cares about this. I feel like this is more fun for us.
There were so many steps.
There were so many steps
in that villa. that it was
Two
like
faces.
it was like an obstacle course for my blind ass.
Yeah, I did get quite a lot of steps in, I would say.
Because it was like a 3-level complex.
Yes, I would. Yeah, probably about 3 levels. Because the bottom was by the pool, and then the middle is like a lot of the bedrooms and the hot tub, and then the top was like the living room with a couple more bedrooms and the kitchen. So, the next morning we all had breakfast. They had chilaquiles every day, which is like one of my favorite foods in the world.
It was so good with eggs.
It was so good. And so we took an Uber. We took a couple Ubers to the beach. It's pretty easy to get Ubers there. And the beach was like a 10-minute drive. It was not it was not far at all.
I'll say this. Luis was extremely generous with me on this trip, and I'm very grateful for it. He when we went to the beach, first they ordered drinks for all of us, because when you get to the beach, like literally this beach was crawling with people trying to sell you everything from
Massages,
sunglasses to their own children.
Bracelets, massages, hats, blankets.
Slaves.
I didn't see any of that, but I wouldn't put it past them with the amount of stuff that we saw. Can anyone explain what the little glass hearts were? Because I feel like that was like something that they had at the villa, that they were also selling these glass hearts at the beach. I have no idea what the significance of that is. I didn't buy anything. I didn't take my wallet. But the beach was pretty nice. It's funny. I came down at first, and compared to the beach in Jamaica, which is private, like we have our own beach in Jamaica that if you walk far enough down the beach, it becomes a public beach. Whereas this was like you were immediately thrown into like you said, Miami. Like it's just people everywhere. And I was like, this stinks. But then I got in, and the water was incredible. Although it was cold, but it was a hot day, so I liked it. We played jackpot, as we always do. But yes, Luis was being generous with you. I'm sorry. That's where someone goes 200.
Yeah, you have to call out the throw, how much the throw is worth, and if you catch it,
You get the points.
yeah, and then whoever wins is the next person to throw.
Yeah.
Out, and you're standing in the sand, out of the water, to people who are in the water, and
Right.
the water makes it more difficult to catch because you're like fighting the waves and trying to
Right.
jump for it.
Yeah.
And then fighting also other people who
yeah.
want to get the points. So it's a very challenging game.
Yeah.
And I didn't make a single catch. But yeah.
I made one catch, and we implemented the Nat clause,
Oh, yeah,
which
the
was
Nat
like if you
clause.
do something cool that counts as but doesn't count for any points. I made like a good catch that like technically was like it was one of those things where it was like I caught it in the water, so it didn't count, but I did catch it. And they were like, that doesn't count. And I go, yeah, but that was cool.
Yeah.
And they were like, Nat clause is if you catch it in the water. And I go, no, Nat clause should be if you do something worth no points, but it's cool.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, the beach was fun. Luis got a massage for $10. Everyone got what I think were, in retrospect, were non-alcoholic pina coladas.
It didn't even affect
Because they
me.
sell in New Jersey non-alcoholic pina coladas on the beach.
Yeah, it didn't taste very
Yeah,
alcoholic.
I think it was just a refreshing drink in retrospect. But then you could buy shots to pour in it.
Oh.
Yeah, so that was fun. We got a little crispy.
Luis shared a cigar with me.
He did. Mike had a cigar.
So that's what
the
I
whole
was,
thing.
was saying was generous. No,
Most of it.
3/4.
A lot of it. An impressive amount of it.
Which he was like, when I first started smoking cigars, I could only do a half. So I was like, oh, so I don't feel so bad now.
You're cool, yeah. Cool. Nat clause.
Because I thought he was going to be like, you fucking pussy, you couldn't even finish the cigar.
No.
So he was very nice about being like, no, it's fine, you don't have to finish it.
Yeah.
But Nat says she loves the smell of it.
I actually do love the smell of cigars. It's a good smell, opposed to cigarettes, which is kind of gross.
And you feel cool.
And weed. I don't like the smell of weed either, but I like the smell of cigars.
And you feel cool holding one.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
But it's not easy to puff.
Yeah.
I got the hang of it towards the end. Once it started cooking a little bit, I really got some good puffs.
Frank got a good hat on the beach.
Yeah.
He's very cool. He looked very cool in his hat.
We have to ask AJ if we're allowed to use some of his jet ski footage because AJ went on a jet ski.
You're right.
And they had a drone follow him, and take videos of them that look like could have been in a music video.
Yeah, they were really cool. They were really good.
Because we all try to do jet skiing, but
they take your card like a bar.
Yeah. Serafina, you explain more.
Do you remember?
She was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dom really wanted to go jet skiing, and then GBM, G-Mike, me and AJ went, and they were like, we need collateral.
It makes sense, but I also get why you wouldn't want to do that.
Well, honestly, I'm throwing G-Mike under the bus a little bit, because G-Mike was the one that was like, what do you, like, he could just walk away and be like, I don't know you. Like, he was making the case for them to, like,
Steal
be
it.
shady about it. Yeah, but honestly, I kind of was like, it'll be fine.
Right.
Well, also in G-Mike's defense, when AJ gave his cell phone as collateral, they were like, well, we need to know your PIN number. He's like, I'm not giving you my fucking PIN number.
No,
and they're
that's
like, all
crazy.
right, fine.
I didn't know that.
That's kind of wild. To be like, that means they do want to use your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. But yes, it looked very cool. But swimming was fun. The water was great. It was beautiful. And then we came back, and that night was formal dinner. Every year we have a formal dinner. And the
Well, wait,
vibe...
I was going to tell you my funny roast.
Oh, yeah, please.
So, when we were on the beach, I was walking by, and Shannon was, like, laying on a blanket.
Yeah.
And Shannon was like, Mike, you keep kicking sand on me every time you walk by. I went, I mean, it is a beach. And that Luis really got a kick out of that. He was like, damn, Shannon.
Damn.
It's like, he said it's a beach.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Do we want to call in Karyn for the fancy dinner? What part would Karyn be the best at?
The boat?
The boat? We could call Karyn for the boat. So that night was formal dinner. Usually we do formal dinner before the talent show, but we didn't. And it's a good thing we didn't, because this place was way too fancy for us.
Not fancy, trendy.
This place,
is what I would
yes,
say.
you're right. This place was way too trendy for us, and because of that,
Because fancy...
there were a lot of women in heels and bodycon dresses.
Too fancy implies, like, there's a dress code
Yes,
that we all
you're right,
had to
you're right.
abide by.
This was like a
And,
wedding after party. That's kind of the vibe I got.
Like, I went into the bathroom and there were like tech bros there talking about like taking down pussy later or something. Like, it was very trendy.
It was a beautiful place on the outside. We go in, we're on like the 4th floor. It's like a rooftop bar. At the bottom, there's a literal fashion show happening. We go up.
It was like in a hotel though, right?
It may have been attached to a hotel, yeah. You go up to the roof, and it's like this long, like dark runway to. Not pun not intended.
Yeah, and it's like one of those like situations where the music gets louder as you walk by. Like,
like you can hear the nts from the elevator, and then you come out, and it's like you're in the middle of nowhere. But then like out there, you can see like the city.
Yeah.
Oof,
I'm
man.
just trying to check in, and it keeps turning the volume up.
Just turn your whole phone on mute.
I do, and then the volume is turned up somehow.
I thought it was hilarious that it was like the classic place where Ralph or Luis would take a 23-year-old
chick?
girl.
Absolutely. That's why Ralph picked it. And it's so funny because Luis put him under the bus later because he was like, because Ralph was like, this was the only place that would sit 20 people. And Luis was like, he called like 5 places. There's not that many places.
Yeah, Luis hated this place.
It's so funny, but they redeemed themselves, I will say. We got up there, it's like a trendy rooftop, and they seat us at like couches. And I go, are they just putting us here until they have a table for us? And Frank was like, no, I think we're eating here. And I go, cool, great, because we were it was like not enough seating for the amount of us there was, but it looked fun. There was a dance floor. The drinks were great. I got a really good drink, like one of those fucking spritzes in a big wine glass with like a lemon and a straw. That was yummy.
It started off like where we were like, oh no.
It really did start. Oh no.
There was the waiter comes over and like he just didn't. So he comes over and he starts pouring glasses of water and handing them out to everyone. And Luis just goes, just give us the bottle, man. He's like, no, I can't do it that way. And he like walked away. And then so Luis is like,
fuck this place.
He does the thing where he's like sitting there for a second waiting for like until like no one's paying attention so he can go chew them out. And then he goes over and then I don't know if anything really changed. But
Oh, is
later
that
on,
what happened?
he seemed upset about that.
I thought he was upset and then went out into the wilderness to like talk to Ralph and be like, this place sucks.
I don't know what happened, but
Because then the guy took drink orders.
and then he came back and Luis goes, I'm going to be honest with you, my man. I did not expect you to get this right.
Well, that's what it was. So like it was super loud. There were 20 of us. He was going out of order. He asked everyone's drinks. Luis got tequila soda with a little pineapple juice or something like that. And I'm sitting next to Frank, and Frank goes, I don't know if that guy's getting that drink right. And he does. He does. And then I think things went for an upturn when he got everyone's drinks correct.
But the food was like tiny.
The food was tiny.
Luis said it best. He was like, this is like what you would feed to like a Russian girl that you're about to fuck. Like it was like these little skinny little portions.
Yeah, it was very skinny portions. However, the best part was after we ordered, before anything came out, there was like clearly a bachelorette party or like a wedding after party or something on the dance floor. All chicks, mostly chicks. And then Mike Harrington. Who were the other contenders?
Paco.
Yes, Paco was another big one. And maybe one or two other people. Josh, go out onto...
John, Karyn.
Not right away. It's the boys at first. The boys go out first, and they fucking get down out there.
Oh,
they really do. I follow Mike because Mike's carrying his, what is it called? Not a GoPro.
DJI,
the little handheld guy. The whole time and filming them, and I'm like, I want to get out there, but I don't want to get in the way of this. It's so good. They're really freaking it out there.
Freaking it.
And the ladies are loving it, because ladies really do want someone else to dance more crazy than them to make them feel less bad.
Yeah. Is that what it is?
I mean, that's not a lady thing, but everyone in general goes on a dance floor, they're awkward, and they want someone else to break the seal so that they can dance a little bit, so that they don't have to be the person. And that was you guys. You guys were like, oh, cool, I can dance a little and I don't have to feel that bad, because these guys are freaking it.
Freaking it.
I don't know where I got that from, but I'm going to start using it.
Freaking it.
It was cute. Mike and I danced a little later, but the DJ was good.
Tell us his aura thing.
Oh, his aura thing. He was holding... he was DJing with one hand and holding a glass of white wine with the other.
Wasn't it like... Didn't you say Moscato?
How do I know what kind of wine it is? I didn't drink it. It was white wine. Maybe it was Moscato. Less aura. If you're a grown man who drinks Moscato, you lose aura points. But it was very cool. And he did a really good... It was Pitbull and... something old.
Flowride.
No.
He was playing Indie Club.
It doesn't
50
matter.
Cent remix.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. Whatever. There's a specific combo that Paco and I both were like, that was good. Anyway.
He did TNT by AC/DC.
TNT by AC/DC with
Mixed with-
Pitbull over it.
Yeah.
That was it. Thank you very much. That was going to kill me. It was really good.
And then the funniest dance thing of the night was AJ goes down for the worm and then lost confidence in it, so he's just laying on the ground,
wiggling.
And then he just like got up. He's like, I don't wanna. Like, it wasn't like he couldn't. He just lost all confidence when people started looking at him.
Paco was also breakdancing. Famous breakdancer Paco.
I had some moves though too.
You had some moves. Harrington had some moves too. Yes, you always have moves. You
Like
always have some
Jagger.
moves, like Jagger. The food was good, but it was small. And then everyone gets home. We all pile home.
I will say my cocktail was pretty good too. I've never had a spicy cocktail. It was a Mexican candy and it was like jalapeno.
Yeah, that was Mexican candy was the name of it, and it came with 2 little balls of watermelon on top. Clear, perfectly clear drink. What did you have? Did you have one of those blue things?
No, me and Karyn got the Jamaica sour. Or
Cute.
The Jamaican sour. Yeah.
Do you remember what the blue thing was? Someone had a drink that looked like a Windex.
I always make fun of blue drinks.
That's so funny. But it does seem like the thing to order. That's okay.
I love a blue drink.
Yeah. We get home and everyone is gathered drunkenly around the big table where we eat breakfast, and we're all taking turns in a tournament playing Guess Who.
It was the first one was Becca versus.
I don't remember.
We made Lewis and Ralph play.
Yes, Lewis and Ralph did play. And if you remember any of the questions, let me know. But I really don't remember the questions. It would be like, do you think this person is replaceable or whatever?
G-Mike outright cheated.
Why? What did he do?
G-Mike just goes, all right, are they in the first 2 rows?
Right. But that's
You can't
so
do that.
funny.
And then he was like, what? How is that cheating? It's like, you fucking know, man.
It's not cheating, but it's like it defeats the point.
It's not the spirit of the game.
It's not the spirit of the game. Yeah, exactly. He's like, is this person in the top right quadrant? And I'm like, I guess, but that's not fun. Because it's the same on both boards. So I guess maybe that's why in Real Guess Who they don't do that. They have shuffled boards.
Yeah. Nice job, Serafina. Real way to fuck it up. No, I'm kidding. I played against Tom.
You played
which was
Tom,
great.
yeah, that was
My
good.
question was, before this trip, before we had the group chat, is this person's number saved in your phone?
That's a great question.
And it was.
And it was.
Because it was Lewis.
Yes.
Because the other question I asked
That's a
was,
great question.
have you ever gotten an actual argument with this person? He said yes.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, well, that eliminates a bunch of people.
I played Jorge again.
Someone asked, would you sit next to this person on a bus? Which I thought
That was for
really
mine
funny.
because it was Serafina. That was an easy yes. However, I still feel bad about this. It was I was playing Jorge and I had Serafina, and I think he had me. I think his was me. And he goes, would Shannon miss this person if they weren't on this trip? And I went, yes. And he was like, yes. And I go, now I don't know.
The tension is clearly it's the spirit of the game though. Like that's why we made the game. It's like
Right.
a vessel to talk shit for sure. But it
Right.
is funny when like me and Shannon are sitting behind Natalie.
Like holding hands.
clearly has to answer that Shannon wouldn't miss me.
And I will say, I'm not the only asshole because it worked because Jorge guessed you.
Yeah, it works.
Jorge got it right. So clearly we were on some sort of wavelength. The real answer is that I forgot that you work on rap, where I was like, yeah, she likes her, but I don't know if she sees her that much. And I'm like, oh, she literally sees her every week. That being said, I felt bad about that, but it worked. Like, the point is not for you to win always. The point is for you guys to have the right people at the end. And that's what we did. Yes, that was fun. And then we did karaoke. That was fun. You want to talk about karaoke? We did a casual karaoke. We did not enough karaoke. We did 10 songs or total, something like that. It was pretty mild. And Dom and Serafina did a duet, and it was cute.
So Dom loves karaoke. Which
Yes.
is just I don't. And
Well, Dom has a good voice. You like stuff that you're good at.
I get it. But yeah.
You've also never heard a song in your entire life.
That was
literally not true.
so mean. They did Summer Lovin' from Greece, and so then the rest of the room got to be the crowd, and that's why I think that was a good choice, because it got everyone involved.
And I'm just doing so bad, can't even speak into the mic, just panicking internally. Meanwhile, G-Mike is screaming in the background, it all went to her looks.
Oh no.
Just all horrible.
It was great. And then we redeemed ourselves with the next karaoke, I think.
Yes.
So that was fun.
was wonderful.
Shannon and I did do You and I by Lady Gaga, which is a hard song to do, but Shannon loves it. And so that was fun. And I also did Somebody to Love by Queen, which is one of my favorites. But that night we took it in pretty easy.
I did Stronger by Kanye West.
Yeah, you did.
What was it, the same night where you did Valerie and we changed it to
Oh,
Natalie?
yeah, that was cute. I started doing Valerie, and someone in the echo of Valerie would do Natalie.
That was Tom.
Yes, and
Tom
then
started that.
everyone picked it up. That was really fun and cute. And then that was
they did Talking Heads, Tom and Jorge.
Tom always does Talking Heads.
Okay.
But no, I agree. Worth bringing up. Tom always does Talking Heads. He's a Talking Heads guy.
Sick.
He's a talking head. He certainly is. And then I feel like that night I turned in relatively early. What are you grinning about?
Nothing.
I don't like that you're wearing really reflective glasses. I can't tell where you're looking.
At your tits.
They're not much right now.
Well, speaking of which, you brought out a cute bathing suit.
Thank you. There will be, actually, there will not be pictures on my Instagram because I got no bikini pictures because I
You slut.
don't like my body. Just kidding. I don't mind my body in real life, but then I see it in pictures and I'm like, not great. It's okay. The bathing suit's really cute.
I put a booty shot on my Instagram.
Of me? Of you?
Me.
Yeah, I remember that. That was a good one. So next day was the day that we were all hype for, and that was boat day. That was the only thing we had planned in advance was boat day. They got a boat where you could drink on the boat and party, and then you can jump off the boat. And we
Apparently snorkel too, but Ralph was the only one that snorkeled.
we got lost getting to it. We walked around the thing like a whole time before realizing it was like right at the front, right where we came in. And we get on this boat, and all the boats are so small, and we get to ours, and I feel like it's the perfect size. It's not too small. It's the right size. And it's got these beautiful chairs with pillows and this bar on the bottom floor.
It's got like couches.
Yeah, and everyone piles in, and everyone starts putting sunscreen on. And
Tell them about the pillows.
The pillows were weighted so that they don't fly away. I thought that was cool, but I don't know if I would have mentioned it.
Well, no, you did.
So the music's blasting. Dom has the aux. By assignment, he didn't just steal the aux. We go, you're curator of vibes.
Your boyfriend has a good taste in music.
He's got good taste. Yeah, absolutely. He knows what the vibe is. Tom, sometimes.
Yeah,
but not
Tom
always.
is hit or miss.
Tom is hit or miss. Tom sometimes can very well pick the music, but not always. And so on the way there, it's like mostly like mid 2000s rap, and then on the way back, it's yacht rock. We're like, we need a little yacht rock. We're on a yacht.
Well, yeah, because we were all. It was supposed to be. Because all right, so what happened was, as is always with Luis, he starts off at a 10 and then goes to a 1.
True.
So like at the beginning, he's like, "Come on, everybody, party! Girls, shake your butts, start dancing, everybody, shots!" And he's like pouring shots at people and everything.
And then by the end, he's upstairs by himself,
sleeping.
where everyone is downstairs. I think a lot of people got hit by the motion sickness.
Yeah.
Without realizing it. I was out of commission for like the last hour. So was Alex, it turns out. I thought Alex was just lounging after her swim in the pool. I mean, swim in the ocean. And afterward, she was like, no, I was sick too.
Yeah, but she was on 9 grams of mushrooms and ketamine.
That's true. That's true. But that being said,
I didn't take any psychedelics on the boat, and I was having a good old time drinking.
I didn't even drink on the boat. I didn't even have a single drop of a soft alcohol, and I was sick. I was hungover, though.
Serafina, did you get sick?
I didn't get sick, but I definitely had fun on the boat.
Yeah, you, me, and Dom had a lot of fun. We were bonding a lot.
Oh, do we want to call Karyn for the boat part?
Yeah.
Should I grab Karyn? You want to get her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
We got to bring some people in, but it's like a kind of a busy day. So most of the people at the studio right now are working actively. So, we don't even know if that's in frame. We can't see the TV is not working right now, so we can't see ourselves. That's why we're not looking at the TV as much. Boat, you go halfway out. Not even. We go out for half an hour, and then they stop. And then they go, you guys can get out here and swim. We're going to anchor for a while. You can also jump from the top floor. And you go up, and there's these little, like, grippy, like, grip tape, like a skateboard. Karyn's here.
Hey.
Okay, so do the wide 2-shot, yeah. And then find whichever mic this is.
This is Mike Blind.
Yes. Third mic blind. Hi, everyone say hi to Karyn, our office manager.
Hello,
Karen.
Karyn.
Right now we're talking about the boat. Okay. So I said that they brought us out, they've anchored, they went, we're going to stop here. Go swim. They're like, you can jump from the top floor.
Karyn was vibing.
Did you swim?
No, I didn't swim.
Karyn didn't swim.
But I did swim at the pool at the villa.
Yes.
But not in the ocean.
But on the ocean.
Yeah.
So first of all, anything from the boat worth mentioning?
The drinks were amazing.
The people on board were making good drinks, yeah.
I think I had like 4 pina coladas, then I had to sit down.
That's how it's got to be. Everyone danced a little bit. Mm-hmm. You danced a little bit.
Yes.
but we stopped when we were going swimming, and I was one of the first people in the water, but I went from the bottom floor. I just like kind of hopped in. I didn't jump. And then I'm out there. They gave us some floats, and everyone's hanging out in the water, and then people are jumping. I watch people start to jump from the top. Serafina is one of the first ones. We'll say Serafina was like the second person to jump from the second floor.
In hindsight, I am nervous. I might have messed that up for Luis because I was just like in a moment.
You did it for you. Did him? You gave him a push.
I did give him a push, but Loki kind of like he was kind of like, I had to do it after you did it.
He should have done it anyway.
He should have done it anyway.
You gave him the push he needed because she jumped and he goes, well, now I have to jump. If Serafina was the second person to jump and I don't, I'm a bitch. But he would have done it anyway, and you just gave him the motivation to do it right away. I think a bunch of people jumped. It was a little scary. It was a long fall.
It was so scary.
It was a long fall. He was up there. It took him a while to get off.
If G Mike didn't call me the hard F, I wouldn't have done it.
Damn.
You literally had to be like, you F word. Are you not gonna look at it? Alex did it. Do you think you could do it?
Alex did not do it.
Well, he pointed at Sony. He was like, they did it. You think you can't do it?
Right.
I think G Mike did it a couple of times.
Yeah,
I think
so
he did
just
too.
kept calling me a pussy over and over again until finally I just kind of like, I'm like, I maybe like as long as I just have to stick my feet straight out.
Yeah, because you do have to clear it. It's not like a crazy distance that you have to get into the water, but you do have to clear the boat.
Yeah.
So you jump in. However, I'm in the water
I was
for a
also
while.
nervous that I was just gonna keep sinking, that I wasn't gonna be able to come back up.
I had that fear too, but weirdly I was able to surface pretty quick.
Buoyant. And buoyant, I tired.
I was in the water watching everyone jump. I go, man, now I feel like I gotta jump. And Serafina goes, if you jump, I'll go up with you. And so right before we go, Suarez jumps. And it takes him a while, and he jumps. He surfaces. We all go, yay, you did it. And then I get back onto the boat. I go up the stairs. And I get to the top, and Dom and Serafina are up there. And they're like, Suarez just had like almost a situation.
Yeah.
And I look down, and he's like clutching the life raft, and they're pulling him in. And they're like spraying water on his forehead and stuff. I go, what happened? They're like, I don't know. According to Alex, slightly later, goes, he went in, he went up, we stopped paying attention for a minute, and then we look back, and it looks like he's drowning.
Yeah.
And he's clutching the rope that holds the floaties, and it looks like he's sinking with it. And so then we pull him up. He can swim. He just said it like knocked the wind out of him when he hit the water.
Yeah, his heart was racing too fast, he said.
Yeah. So we had to wait for a little bit. Shannon said on her show, I feel like I want to put this out there. And I will say, first year Jamaica, similar thing with Shannon. And she's like, everyone watched me drown and they wanted me to drown and because they want me to die and they love. That's literally what she said on her podcast yesterday. She goes, everyone likes Suarez more than me, clearly, because they saved him immediately and they didn't save me. And first of all, very different. There's a lot of different people here than were there the first year.
I feel like we didn't save Suarez immediately.
No, first of all, they forgot he existed for like 4 minutes. And the difference is that with Shannon's, we were up on a cliff and she was down there. And she goes down and comes up and she's like, guys. And we're like, yeah, you did it. And then it takes her a little too long to like go anywhere. And we go, oh shit. But it's like, we're far away. Whereas for Suarez, they look over, they're on the same level as him.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, fuck, you're sinking. Anyway, that's all I'll say.
He had caused a tsunami on the other beach and already killed 3 people, so it was a little bit more...
keep the fatalities
It was
down.
a little bit more obvious that something happened because there was a tidal wave afterwards.
Yes, but I jump after that, and it's fun, but it's a far fall.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts from the boat?
The boat, again, it was a lot of fun. And I low-key thought I was going to get fired because
Really?
I think we booked the wrong model boat, but I think it worked out.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I thought it was... I was saying that we were passing a bunch of boats on the way there, and I was like, ugh, what are these? And then I get on this boat, and I go, this is nice.
Yeah. It turned out
It
to
was
be really
perfect.
It was perfect. We didn't even utilize the whole space. Like, I think very few people were upstairs.
No,
except when they were jumping.
A lot of us were upstairs.
That's fair. It was pretty fun.
We saw whales.
We saw whales.
Yeah.
We did see whales.
We listened to Yacht Rock.
We listened to Yacht Rock. That's when I started to get, I was getting sick toward the last hour, so I had to lay down. I borrowed a Dramamine from you. That was, I don't know if it helped because I should have taken it earlier. But I was lying down on a couch, and Ralph was like, "Can we listen to Yacht Rock?" And someone goes, "We'll listen to Yacht Rock on the trip home."
Back, yeah.
So when they started playing Yacht Rock, I go, "Oh, good, we're heading home."
That's when you're going to get sick listening to that.
Yeah, that's so funny. But yeah, pretty fun. We're gonna talk about this later. I'll let you go. But who was your favorite besides yourself in the talent show? Don't say what they did yet, because we'll talk about it later.
I was not my favorite.
That's okay.
But, I was impressed with Paco.
Okay, I was also impressed with Paco.
I was impressed with you.
Thank you.
That was impressive, Nat.
We'll talk about it shortly.
Alex and Sarah.
That was fun.
Second place.
Yeah.
I mean, what?
We can say what order, but we're not gonna yet say what they did. We'll say it when we get to that. That's okay.
Yeah, and I think that's it.
Yeah,
for now.
perfect. What was your favorite thing about the trip? What was your favorite part of the trip? Dora quotes. What was your favorite part of the trip?
Taking a nap the second day we got there.
Karen was very hungover.
Yeah,
But the naps hit.
the naps hit.
Yeah.
I loved when we took our walk the third day.
I liked the walk too.
That was nice to get out for a little bit
Yeah.
and putz around. I didn't party like a rock star this year.
But you partied the right amount.
Yeah, I partied
Yeah.
the right amount. But I had an all-around good time. The food
Nice.
was great. The villa was beautiful. The pools were nice. Everyone had... It was great watching everyone else having such a great time. So
Yeah.
that was fun.
Agreed. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Yeah, the boat was great.
The boat was really good. We got back. I took a hard Dramamine nap. And that night was the talent show. Am I correct?
Yeah, and it was very like literally Luis gets up from a nap at 6:45 p.m. We're all sitting by the hot tub. He goes up to Ralph. He's like, "So we're doing the talent show now, right?" And Ralph is like, "We're supposed to do it at 7. It's 15 minutes to 7." And Luis was like, "Yeah, I don't see why we can't do it now." And
Yeah.
Ralph was like, "Okay, I guess. Where are we doing it?"
So we
Like,
had to
they didn't
find
even have a stage yet.
Yeah, it was unlike in Jamaica. I will say that's a point for Jamaica, is that there were very clear big rooms where everyone could gather. It was less clear here. And it ended up being outside by the pool. There was a lot of seating, but not a lot of space. It ended up being tricky for mine, but I think I made it work anyway. But yes, we get back. We're getting ready for the talent show. We're gearing up for it. Do you want to come in for the talent show? Okay. We're going to bring Serafina in to talk about the talent show. Hopefully we stay in frame because we can't see ourselves. I guess we can check. I'll check on the live.
Serafina, just sit right here on my lap.
Dog.
Can I add one more thing about the boat? that I thought
Yeah,
was funny?
absolutely. Here, let me turn all my sound down. See what we look like right now. Okay. Yes. Hi.
Hi,
Welcome.
guys. Thanks for having me. Sorry. One thing that I found really funny was that Josh fully did a flip. Do you remember this? And no one saw it.
Oh yeah.
And
No
Luis,
one cared. Luis loved.
Jumped from the top.
Did
full
a full
flip.
front flip.
no one saw.
Yes, that was good.
Yes.
Talent show outside. Order randomized.
Yeah.
Except for the fact that people who won last year could pick their spots.
Yeah.
So I don't remember who picked what order, but we don't have to fully go in order, except that I remember Paco went first.
Paco went first.
Paco's talent was everyone can punch him in the stomach and no water would come out of his mouth. And it was his most successful pain-inducing
Harrington
trick
went
that he's
second.
ever done. You're right. People would just punch him in the stomach and none of the water came out. It was
His
very impressive. It was
gut
way
was-
better than egg on my face.
His gut was so steel that he broke Luis's wrist.
Right. Lewis punched him in the stomach and hurt his hand.
Ow.
That was incredible. It was
How's-
very
Lewis
impressive. Sorry. Second was Harrington. I watched him practice this all weekend, and it was that if you give him a date in history, he can tell you what day of the week
He
it was.
kept doing this to me throughout the trip. He's like, all right, dog, just give me any date. And I'd be like, I don't know, January 12th, 1537. And he'd be like, no, that doesn't work.
Can't be from the 1500s.
Do another one. And I was like, God damn it.
Got to be more recent. And so he
fucking
went, I
fat.
can do. He played some mind music, and he went, give me a date. And Luis gave him a date, and it took him a long time to do it, and he got it wrong, and then they didn't let him do
Day
another
off.
one. He was a day off.
Thomas had the music at the talent show, and I think he did a really good job
He
with
did
that.
a good job with that. That's true, because it's very specific.
Yes,
They're like, here's exactly what I need.
I specifically looked in advance for mine. I was like, it's only going to work with one song.
It is only going to work with, which is
You
like
killed
Maple
it.
Leaf Rag or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, who was third? We don't have to fully go in order. I know
Was it
that
Karen?
Karen was okay. Let's talk about Karen. Karen did a little bit of stand up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was very good. Some jokes hit more than others, perhaps,
I just love
but
her, so.
I love her.
Yeah.
And her last one was really good. I remember it.
What
It was New York is so diverse. Anyone can rob you on the subway.
Oh, yeah.
Puerto Ricans, Jews, the usual. And I really liked that. And that went over really well. Shout out Karen. Damn, who was next?
Me and Alex.
Oh, you and Alex were next. You want
Yeah.
to talk about it?
So what did we do? We did Silence of the Lambs scene where I was Clarice Starling and Alex was Hannibal Lecter, and we were doing like the opening scene. Like we mentioned though, the boat took Alex out a little bit, right?
It was very impressive how she
Yeah.
bounced back.
Dude, go.
Literally, like, up until their talent, she's, like, horizontal the entire
Cozy,
day.
tucked in.
Yeah.
Like, laying on the couch, and then they're like, all right, Alex and Serafina, you're up, and she activates, like, wake up like nothing happened.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
becomes Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of
Very
words.
impressive.
Dude, she's like you said, Natalie mentioned how great she is at memorizing shit. Yeah, she's like amazing at memorizing stuff. So
I go, were you an actor? She's like, no. I'm like, you should be. You're great at that.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
insane.
She became the part.
It was very good. There were costumes.
Yeah, she had a jumpsuit. I had like a blazer from college. We got a clipboard. Yeah, it was a fun time, but I was definitely like, this is so funny. We're just gonna do whatever. Like she's sick and I'm me and I do everything half-ass, but
No.
it worked.
It was really good. It was
Thanks.
really good.
You
was
really
fun.
nailed it, too.
Thanks.
Yes.
The casting was good. Mousy.
It was
This
good.
is
Yeah.
a chick that, yeah.
I
And
liked it.
I know that you have been practicing in advance for weeks.
I have.
Yeah.
I would go to Story Wars and she's like, yeah, I got to go to Alex's afterwards to practice for my talent. I'm like,
Wow.
"Yo."
Really good. Paid off. It paid off in the end.
It was super fun.
Was I next? I was way earlier than I wanted to be.
I liked. Can we talk about Jorge and Dom's?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. I think I was before them, but sure.
Oh, okay, sorry. Then you do yours.
So like
was
10
yours?
years ago, I saw two girls do this on YouTube. And it was the Cup song from Pitch Perfect. And then after the regular Cup song, they go into Nicki Minaj's verse in Monster by Kanye West. You want me to do it right now? Is that empty?
Oh shit.
No, it's like
And
not,
Nat's-
not empty enough.
Nat's voice was also perfect.
Thank you.
Throughout the trip, dude. She's great at
Thank you.
karaoke.
Thank
it was
you.
wonderful. Yeah.
That means a lot to me.
Yeah.
I practice this a lot, and I was like, do I start with Cups or do I just go straight into Nicki Minaj? And Mike was like, you gotta just start with Cups. Lewis loves a fake out.
Yeah.
Like Lewis does
a
love a fake out.
misdirect.
It was a little loud out there. It was not the conditions I would have liked. I would have liked it to be indoors. And started it. Mostly nailed it. The very last line always trips me up because it's pink weave, thick ass, give 'em whiplash. Think big, get cash, make 'em blink fast. It's so easy to flip those, but that was the only part I fucked up.
And no one would have even known if you had gotten the lyrics the other
I
way
did,
around.
but I needed to be confident about the wrong lyrics, and I wasn't. I could tell immediately I was going to fuck it up. Nailed it, and everyone was very impressed. I'm very excited to see it played back because I could not pay attention to anyone's reactions. and Ralph gave me a 5, I think.
It was
at
so
a 5.
Everyone was like vibing at first because it was like sick that you could do the chill song, and then Nat starts rapping, and everyone starts
was like, holy shit.
like unanimously like.
Even me, who knew it was coming, I was like, yo.
Yeah, I've been doing it for
Who's that?
weeks.
Yeah, dude.
Probably pissed the hell out of him, but
No,
that's okay. On the
not
way
at all.
while practicing.
It was hyping me up. I was like,
For the
yo, I
trip.
can't wait to see this in real time.
Can't wait to take those clothes off later.
She's like, damn, she's powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
It was really fun. I did really well. Yeah, Dom and Jorge. Oh wait, no, something was happening. I want to say it was John. And I could see Dom and Jorge practicing in the background on the upper level. Like they were perfectly in my view.
Yes.
And it was I was really excited.
I
for it.
Because
agree.
Jorge the entire day was like, Dom still hasn't even approached me to try
practice.
to do his talent.
That's so
He
funny.
knew he was going to do it.
Yeah,
but
but
he was like, we haven't practiced at all.
He was like, I've tried to ask Dom, and Dom's like, don't worry about it. And then Dom just disappeared until like 10 minutes before the talent show.
That's why you guys placed and they didn't.
For sure. I don't
Because you've been practicing for ages.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't know why Dom did that. It was like the funniest thing. So can we say what they did? They did Putting on the Ritz. And
From Young Frankenstein with the doctor and the Frankenstein monster.
Yes. And they went the extra mile to get full tuxedos. Well, they were like Amazon shitty tuxedos.
They were Amazon, but they were tuxedos. They had hats. Top hats.
And then Dom just like didn't know a single word.
Yeah, and the part that everyone knows, which is Putting on the Ritz, was the monsters part, which was Jorge, which he nailed.
Nailed.
He had a little mask that was a Frankenstein, but it was Ralph's face.
I did that.
That was incredible.
ChatGPT that one.
That
real
was
quick.
great. Yeah.
But yeah, that's funny that Ori was talking to you. That's so funny.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to talk to you right now. It just Dom's chillness took over, dude. He's just so chill.
He's like, I'll be fine.
He'll be fine. And then
Yeah.
he kept being like, I had to hand it to the girl, or I had to let you win. or
Take it
whatever.
over,
I
yeah.
was like, all right, dude, chill.
Yeah, you probably still would have got it anyway. But yeah, while John was doing his, I could see that in my peripheral vision. But John said he was going to make a comic strip about the trip. And he's like, I couldn't get it ready in time, and so I'm going to have it be a play. And so he texted a bunch of us lines. It was a lot of build-up that paid off, because
Yeah.
it was a lot of picking people, and then the lines were fucking great. I have it. So if you
lines
want to
were
talk
great.
about another one, I'll pull up parts of it.
Well, for Putting on the Ritz, the funny thing that Ralph said that was, I don't know. He was just like, I would have liked memorized lines over full suit.
Full suit,
or I
full
would've,
tuxedos.
Like, a tuxedo shirt.
Yes.
And the lines memorized.
Yes, exactly.
Then like full, but
Yeah.
Dom, you're the best. You killed.
The idea was great.
The idea was solid. That was-
Yes. Okay. After that, let's say who else? I don't know.
Me? Can we talk about
Yeah, let's
mine?
talk about yours.
So, mine was when I was at Izakaya Jiraku. I texted Tom. I'm like, Tom, I need you for my talent. Are you in?
Did you tell us this when we were there?
No. And he was like, Mike, I've been feeling really depressed lately. This really excites me. Thank you so much
Aw,
for thinking of me.
that's
So I'm
nice.
like, well, now I can't do this without Tom. Even if I wanted to, like, now I have to include him, or
Yeah.
like, that's shitty. So, I thought the concept came from how funny would it be to do a silent podcast where the dialogue card is what they're saying, but all you see is their mouth moving. So you
Like
can
a-
literally put whatever because you don't know what they're saying, so you can literally put whatever you want on the card.
Right.
Love.
Like
And
a
then-
silent movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so then that evolved into, well, what if we did that for GaS Digital shows? And it's like Legion of Skanks, and it's like who's most justified, and you can you know that they're saying the N-word, but they're not actually saying
Right.
it because it's a silent movie.
Right.
So that's kind of where the concept went into. And so on the like literally the day of, I'm like, hey, I need you. Whenever I just pull up the card that I need you to come up for, just come up. This is what you do, and then you sit back down. That's all you got to do.
Yes.
You don't even have to say a word. Just act out this thing. You don't have to memorize anything. Just do this act out. And everyone nailed their parts.
Yeah.
And then the
Mine was part of the problem, and it said build your own cobblestones.
yeah.
Pretty good.
And then it ended with American Loser, since that's the history podcast on the network. Harrington comes up, he mouths a couple of words, then I flip the dialogue card over and it says yesterday, and I thought that was a very funny
That one
ending
got
to it.
everyone. That was really good.
Love it.
So the ragtime music was to kind of set the scene that it was like old timey.
Yes, it was perfect.
Yeah, I thought it was great.
I literally, Tom, I was like 15 minutes before. I'm like, Tom, you don't want to do any of the acting or act outs or anything, right? You just want to sit there and like move your mouth a bunch
And
He's
hold
like,
hold a little phony microphone and pretend to
And he
talk.
was like, yeah, thank you. I appreciate you just letting me sit
Knowing
this
that
one
I
out."
can't act.
Yeah.
A line from I had to play Alex in John's play. And so in the play, Harrington goes, "Oh, baby, let's make a son to inherit my undefeated boxing legacy." And Alex goes, "Michael, you fucking ape. You just wasted a load in a Day of the Dead statue."
Yeah,
That was pretty fun.
great.
That was great.
Michael, you fucking ape.
Who else? Should we talk about AJ?
We should talk about Shannon's first.
Okay, Shannon.
Guessing everyone.
Shannon's was good because the whole time she didn't want to do it.
Yes, the problem is that she set a bad precedent for herself because she fought tooth and nail and then had an incredible talent.
Had incredible talent. So
And it
like-
was she was like a mind reader.
Yeah.
She's like, I've learned to read minds. I know what everyone here is thinking. And so she like would point to AJ. She'd be like, I know what you're thinking. It's whoa. For AJ, for Mike, she was like,
I see images and there's no image.
it's just black. Yeah. That was good. And then for Lewis, she was like, you're thinking this is pretty cool, but I should have just taken my tits out.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and so that was really good. But yeah, she
Suarez.
fucked herself because she did great. Now everyone's gonna make her do it again next year because it was so fun.
Yeah.
Suarez was
Right.
getting dunked in water.
Suarez was like, after I almost died today, I've learned to speak to the other side. So it involved him. He walked fully
Kinda loved
clothed
that.
straight into the pool, and Shannon would dunk because she also almost died that other time.
Okay.
She would dunk him, and he would come up and he'd be able to have spoken to the dead, and that was pretty fun. And Lewis was like, "Is my mom proud of me?" And he goes, "No." All right. G Mike also was doing a mentalist thing, almost as well as Harrington did,
So funny.
and was like, "I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 10. What is it?" And she was like 7, and he was like 6. Fuck.
Yeah.
That was pretty much all of it. AJ
Yeah.
did some actual magic.
Actual magic.
Oh yeah.
Real
Cool.
magic, and it was pretty cool. From my point of view, I could not see that he fucked up the second trick. Apparently his second trick was really obvious, but it was acid magic. I'm pretty sure was the point
Yes.
instead of coke
No,
magic.
what happened was he messed up the second trick.
Right.
The first trick Lewis knew.
Yeah. What I'm saying is that he said, because as a play on coke magic, he's like, I'm gonna
Yeah,
take
yeah, yeah.
acid before I do it.
I was
And it
just
was
explaining what you said before that.
right. Pretty fun. Pretty good. Also one of the better
And then
ones.
the last trick literally fooled all of them.
Right. He
Yeah.
was like, roll a die. I know what's on. Cover it. I know what's on it. And he nailed it every time. And everyone was like, how the fuck did you do that?
Yeah.
And I thought he was just reading it off people's face. I thought it was like a people reading thing. But we will learn later.
Frank thinks he knows what it is because he was like, AJ, do this while doing jumping jacks. And AJ was kind of like wishy-washy about it.
Okay. Okay.
The jumping jacks. Okay.
Who are we forgetting? Josh?
Becca.
Becca. Becca did Suddenly Seymour from
Seymour?
Little Shop of Horrors, and she had a Suarez play the plant, which is a great casting in my opinion.
There was a lot of great casting.
There was a
that
lot of
went
great
on.
casting.
A lot
You're
of
right.
collaborations.
A
which I
lot of collaborations.
appreciated.
Yeah. Who am I forgetting? I'm gonna pull up the list of the group chat, but talk about Josh.
Oh well, dude, you need to be here for this. Josh was the closer.
Josh was literally dead last. No, not in scoring. We don't know what that is, but he was picked to go last.
And like you said, there was a lot of collaboration in this talent show. There's a lot of themes that revolved around either talking about the trip or talking about other people and what they're thinking, or you know what I mean? Just like that was the kind of vibes, I think.
And he did. It was all Josh.
All Josh. Oops, all Josh.
Oops, all Josh. It was a one-man show where he had a
One-man
pre-recorded
show.
narration about his life up to BS before Skanks. And so he was doing things in real life, and he was talking back and forth to the narration. And I liked it. It was a little long.
I just have known Josh a long time, and I've heard his like life story, and it is super interesting. Like I get it, like adopted, like crazy, whatever, blah blah blah. But it was kind of amazing and insane and hilarious and all of the above. Insert whatever you want to say. There.
Right.
To when he like plugs in an amp and it's himself narrating himself. Like it was just kind of insane, but supporting it. I love it.
I think I hit everyone. I think that's everybody.
Would it be fair to call that Fake and Josh?
Oh, like Drake and Josh?
Yeah.
Very good.
I was
very
trying
good, very
so
good.
hard to think of some kind of pun, and I couldn't. I failed you. I failed
Lewis
you
said
all.
the funniest thing at the end, though. He was just like, I don't know why I don't want to give it a higher score.
He's like, and someone goes, it's all Josh, and he was like, yeah, it's too much Josh. It was too much Josh. I liked it. There were a couple funny
He
parts
did a
where
barrel roll.
he did a lot of rolls, a lot of interpretive dances. He was very
The
nimble.
interpretive dance bit was funny. If he had like expanded on that a little bit more outside of himself, I would have come in my pants probably.
Yeah, you think so? That was everybody, and that was the closer of the show. And then they ranked everybody. I really hope I'm not missing, but I looked at the chat, and no one I can see has. Not
As
gone up.
always, Frank being a judge was the funniest. He always had a funny line.
Frank is never funnier than when he's judging the talent show. He
Yeah.
always, every single person he has a great line for. It's very impressive.
Yeah.
I got first. I've never got first place ever. The closest I got third one year when I planked for 2 minutes, and then phoned it in the last 2 years. Third place was Shannon, reading people's minds. And Lewis said it right. He was like, it was kind of comedy what you did. You kind of did stand-up comedy a little bit because she had a funny thing for everybody.
Yeah.
And then it was a 3-way tie for second.
Yeah.
Wait, who was third? Who was the
I
third?
think Shannon was also tied for second, and then they just kind of gave it to me. and
AJ.
Alex.
Oh,
AJ.
but it was AJ, them, and who?
I know there was one more.
Shannon.
But I thought Shannon was firmly third.
No. It
Oh,
was
no,
all
you're
tied.
right. You're right. It was 3 people for second.
Yeah.
It was one was AJ and the other was you guys, and then you guys went out. And then they said that they wanted to give a. What's funny is that now that I say it out loud, it's like in other competitions it would be like that would be second and third, and then Shannon would be pushed out.
Like me and Alex.
You and Alex would be second, AJ would be third because he also got second, and then Shannon would be pushed out.
Would
But
it
they
be
wanted
fair?
to give it to Shannon.
They wanted.
Would it be fair to call Frank? Sorry, this is a bit. This is a joke.
Wait, all the girls' place. I didn't even think of that.
True.
The girls sweeped the fucking talent show.
Yeah,
Sick, dude.
except for Karen and Becca. But yeah, it was a girl-heavy win. Girls, nothing is ever
Yeah.
girl-heavy at Gas Digital. What
Would
were you
it
saying?
would it be fair to say, as far as Frank's jokes go, as a judge, he'd be Simon Scowl?
That's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
But yeah, all female lineup. I think I smell a conspiracy.
It wasn't because.
I thought you were just gonna say I think I smell something like.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
fish.
right. It was an all-women sweep.
You guys slept with Lewis to get higher scores. All you sluts.
Hilarious. No, then it would have been just like it wouldn't have been contested.
That's your talent. That wouldn't. Yeah, you wouldn't have to even compete.
Yeah. Very good. Am I forgetting anything? Anything crazy happened that
Lewis said that they were gonna do rap and boxing, and then just never did anything.
they did box, but they didn't do
did?
rap. They did box the last day.
No.
Harrington boxed.
No.
Harrington said that he boxed that day as we were leaving. Believe so. Whatever. It doesn't matter.
Dom went up to Lewis one of the mornings at breakfast and was like, Lewis, when do you want to do rap? And he was like, shut up.
Very good. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah,
guys.
thanks.
Yeah. She'll still be out there.
We have to talk about the next day when we went on our excursion with Karen and what happened there.
We went shopping. It was
The next day,
the next day. It was us and Becca and Suarez, Karen, Jorge, Frank. Who am I forgetting?
G Mike
And G Mike.
and Becca, right?
I said Becca. Yes. All these people went shopping. We go.
So
to a
here's what
little
happens.
shopping
They
area.
go. Jorge was already mad because even though everyone had communicated, hey, we're going to go into town to shop, who wants to come? No one said it until they're like, all right, the Ubers are here.
Right.
If anyone wants to come. And then everyone was like, huh?
Yeah.
shopping time, and everyone went, and Jorge was like, well, this is now fucking putting a bunch of gum in the works now.
Yeah, it was mostly Mike that did that. Plenty of people who said that they didn't want to come actually didn't come. But, and then it was a lot of waiting around for like people to get ready or whatever.
So
It's
I
fine.
didn't realize that they were doing that, and I wanted to come to film some B-roll and whatnot. And I thought they were leaving right then, so I'm like, I don't have time to get my wallet, I don't have time to get my phone, I will just stay with everyone, it'll be fine, nothing will happen.
Yeah.
And boy, was I wrong.
Everything turned out fine. We get down there, we go to this first gift shop, we
Playa
shop around for a while.
Bonita, Plaza Bonita.
Plaza Bonita, yes.
Which means
beautiful.
Hot Aubrey Plaza.
Very good. We shopped around for a while.
I
First,
found
it's like
these
a
hats.
shopping complex. Mike got 2 hats. He had a second
How cool
one.
are these fucking Corona hats,
It says
doggy?
Cabo's on the side, but not on the front. He's like, I don't want it to be just Cabo. I like these designs. better."
Yeah, it can't just be. You don't want I Heart New York on your jaw.
Yeah, exactly. We shop around for a while. We go into some pretty cool stores with some like statues and stuff like that. It's a lot of that. Pretty fun. There were a couple things that I would have bought if I saw them, but I ended up not. Jewelry and stuff. Nothing really spoke to me.
And everyone's taking their sweet old time, right?
Yes.
Everyone in every store is just kind of,
Fucking around.
browsing pretty. What's the word? Recreationally, they're pretty recreational browsing, and then we get to this one store. And for whatever reason, I'm still like looking around. 1 minute I'm like talking to John. He was like looking at these like spicy mango candies. And then I'm like, oh, cool. And I go to like turn around and look at one other thing. And then everyone's fucking gone.
So we were on a street. This was not a store in the plaza. This was a store on a street of many streets that had many shops on them.
Yeah.
And so we leave the store and we're going in the same direction that we've been going up the street. We're like many stores away. We've crossed the street even, I would say. But we're still going in the same direction. We gather. Like everyone stops and goes, all right, where is everyone? I go, is that everyone? And then Jorge goes, where's your mic? I go, oh shit, he must be behind us. And then I go, oh shit, he doesn't have his phone.
So I'm just standing here in the store like looking for people, hoping someone is still there. And then like, very clearly, I'm starting to get this dread because I realize no one else is there. And I realize I don't have my wallet or all I have on me is my camera. I don't have my phone, nothing. And I realize I don't want to tell anyone because I don't want them to like
See you as a
kidnap
target.
me or something. It's not like I had money on me. Like I literally had nothing on me, but I'm like, I don't know. They could do something.
Yeah, so he leaves the store and luckily heads in the same direction that we have
I
been
just
walking.
stood outside of the store.
Oh, that's the store we lost you in.
Yeah.
Oh, then it's a good thing you did that. That was perfect.
I was like, I'm just gonna stay, and then people started like trying to sell me stuff, and I'm like, no.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to say I'm lost. I just
We turned around. Jorge, I go, oh shit, he doesn't have his phone. Jorge fucking takes off in Mike's direction, and I run fast behind him, and we catch him pretty quickly. in
But
the
I
grand
would
scheme
just
of
had
things.
to hope and pray that you guys would realize I was gone.
Right.
Because now I don't know, like, how, like, are they gonna realize, or is it gonna be one of those situations where half an hour goes by and you're like, wait,
Where's Mike? Yeah,
Which
no.
would have been a fucking nightmare if it was like half an hour.
Yeah, I agree. No, we found him pretty quick. Caught up with him, and it was scary, but we found him. That's why afterward I was like, we should memorize each other's phone numbers for real. That way you could just go to like someone who works at a store and be like, hey, could I borrow your phone?
It's 917-690-23400.
Yeah. I don't know who that is, but if you call it, it's not me.
That's your text door neighbor.
So yes, we shopped for a while. We also go to Walmart. People wanted to get snacks.
Guatemala.
And so we go to Walmart.
Wait, we didn't talk about this on the first day when we went to go to the boat, right? We're all like getting ready to go to the boat, and Lewis is like, all right, so we're gonna hit the farm before we're driving to the boat, and Lewis goes, all right, we're gonna hit the Pharmacia, and then we're going to go get champagne. They didn't have champagne at the Pharmacia, so he's like, Jorge goes, all right, let's go to Walmart. And he was like, I've been fucking saying since day one we should make a fucking initial Walmart trip as soon as we get in, and no one listened to me.
Yeah.
And Luis, I'm not kidding, spent, I want to say, a half hour to 40 minutes inside that Walmart while we're just like, we just want to go on this boat.
That's so funny.
And we're sitting in a Walmart parking lot.
Because we must have wandered around lost in that circle of boats for a really long time. Because we got on the boat and then you guys came up immediately behind us.
Yeah, we were
So we must have been bullshitting in that place for way too long.
We were sitting in the Walmart parking lot for at least a half hour waiting for Luis to come down with champagne.
Hilarious. And then didn't drink it. Did
Yeah.
they?
I don't know. But it took him a while to come out. And we're like, where the fuck is... Because Tom went with him too. And we're like, where are they?
Yeah.
And then the driver kept circling the parking lot.
Right.
I'm like, oh, this is weird and sketchy.
Yeah. Anyway.
And then we got back to the villa after they almost lost me.
After shopping, yeah.
And what did we do?
Everyone was in the hot tub for like 6 hours.
Oh yeah, I took some. I indulged.
Yeah, he partook a little in a psychedelic way.
It was so fun.
He had a lot of fun. He also interviewed me for his series that he's making. I was switching from the hot tub to the pool because I'm not a hot tub on a hot day person, but that's where the hang was. So I was joining them, and then every once in a while I'd be like, I'm overheating. I need to jump in the pool. But that actually made it kind of nice because then it felt better on both ends.
AJ put in the most psychotic song request ever.
It was a lot of oldies. And then he requested Pocket Full of Sunshine by Natasha Bedingfield. I missed this. I must have been down the
Serafina has emotions about this.
Still?
I mean, I feel like I have the same emotions everyone did, but I was just there and I was like listening to good songs. As you know, Dom has the good songs, Tom was throwing in good songs, Alex was throwing in good songs.
I was throwing in some
You were
good
throwing
bang
in good
heaters.
songs. And then all of a sudden, Pocket Full of Sunshine comes on. I'm like, what the hell is happening?
It's like that part in Easy A with the card. That's always what I associate that song with. So funny. I missed it. I must have been by the pool at that point.
Everyone went, what
maybe I was working. I was I had to sneak away to work for a little bit.
Everyone was like, what the fuck is this?
That's so mean. That's so mean. I love it. But we hung out in the pool for a long, long time, and we all bullshitted, and it was pretty fun. Have we talked about the fact that... Oh, we did talk about how Luis had to come be old man Gomez a couple times and be like, y'all are too loud.
Can I do my impression?
Yeah.
He goes, guys, please.
Guys,
Please.
it's so loud.
I'm trying not... I don't want to yell at you guys. I don't want to be upset, but please, it's just...
It's so loud.
It's so loud.
It was just like that. It was just like that. You can't even go into the Luis impression to do it. That's exactly what it sounded like. He was like, in a robe. Guys, it's so loud.
Yeah, it was like my dad being like, please, please.
No, that's what you would
know.
expect.
No, I know.
It was very quiet.
Come on.
And so, yeah, he joins us in the hot tub at the very end when everyone's starting to get a little pruny. He comes down for a little bit. We regroup. We nap for a little bit, I guess. I don't know. What was the regroup for?
We went out to...
You guys were going bar
clubbing.
hopping. Yeah, I had to get some work done, so I finished that before everyone left.
So let's talk
Or
about
while
how
everyone
much
was gone.
Time, like, is there a stream after this?
Yeah, wrap.
Oh, shit. All right.
So we have probably
let's-
like 20 minutes left.
Okay, so let's get to that, basically. So we're all going out. Most of us decided to go. It was
Everyone except for me, Frank, Becca, Suarez, John, and Karen. Everyone else went.
and
Believe so.
So we take different vehicles, and we were gonna go to Cabo Wabo, and Luis orders the Uber for Jorge on Jorge's phone. It's the wrong Cabo Wabo. It's a fake Cabo Wabo in like this seedy area of Cabo, like underneath an underpass. There's just like there's like a creepy gas station across the street.
I wish we could call in
It
Jorge
was-
for this.
So like it was scary for a moment and then like we're trying to deal with the cab driver who doesn't want to be there either. Clearly he just wants to drive tourists around. He's like, what the fuck, why are we over here?
Oh,
and then like
God.
it's AJ translating in Spanish and Jorge tried it. Like it was a nightmare. And then because Even the driver was like, no, there's only one Cabo Wabo. Why'd you think there was two?
That's funny. That's like the time that I meant to take my directions to Nassau Coliseum, and it took me to Nassau Collision, which was like a body shop. I feel like that's what it was, where it was like, if you name your shit kind of like Cabo Wabo, people will go here accidentally.
Yeah, but there was too big of a group for us to fuck that up.
Yeah.
But it was so we eventually get back to the main drag, and we approached Cabo Wabo, and Luis just didn't. It was too much, I guess.
Okay. Money or
for
enjoyment?
a big group.
Okay.
It was like more of a sit-down restaurant place where like we wanted to actually do
Dance and
clubbing
party.
and stuff. Yeah. So he was like, "All right, let's go somewhere else." So we started just like strolling the strip. Did I get that right? And we started just like strolling the strip.
Did you go to Senior Frogs?
Ended up in front of Senior Frogs, and we're like, "Are we going? I guess, yeah. Let's just go in." Serafina, famously, has been to a Vegas Senior Frogs.
Was it good?
Yeah.
What's the vibe?
When we went in Vegas, it was like our last day, and we just like wanted somewhere to like go. We like ate there and got drinks, and then they like there was a girl walking around that was like, I got motorboated, or I motorboated a girl, something.
Oh, we all saw the video on Harrington's Instagram.
Yeah,
Hilarious.
Like, that happened in Vegas too, but not with me, with my friend.
Love it. So this was you in Cabo.
Trust me, Serafina,
Yeah.
that's gonna be the thumbnail.
Yeah, that's gonna be definitely here
Perfect.
somewhere.
Yeah, there was like a shot girl walking around, and she would like blow a whistle at you and then make you take a shot and then motorboat you and then pretend to fuck you.
Oh, cute.
Yeah.
She would bend you over and fuck
That's
you.
funny. That's funny.
And I thought I was saying to the other group of people, I was like, how funny would it be if there's like, because they kept blowing whistles, and I'd be like, how funny would it be if there was like someone who's like been overserved and they're trying to kick them out and they're blowing the whistle, being like,
Shots.
get out, you gotta go, and they're like blowing the whistle, be like, get out, and he's like, what, I have to leave?
Yeah.
It's just only funny to me, but
That was crazy. Whoa, I didn't know you could do that. Whoa, that's what it sounds like. That was crazy.
I got on the table.
Mike danced on the table. I'm gonna have to cut that in too.
What'd you
as
think,
soon as I
Serafina?
get back, Dom comes up to me. He's like, "Look at this," and it's a video of Mike dancing on the table.
What do you think, Serafina?
Dude, I thought it was great. I loved it. You really brought the party this trip.
Yeah, he's good at that. He's a good dance starter.
You are.
Yeah.
You were also a team player, like we said.
Agreed.
You got
Agreed.
motivated.
Thanks. I was.
Yeah, that's true. I would not have done that,
Let's talk about this.
but I would have wanted to.
There was a woman
You would
there.
have done it with me. I would have had you do it.
That's fair.
So there's this one
Picture
woman.
that, audience. Jorge liked it.
So there's this one other group next to us of like all females. They're like partying or whatever. And I remember at one point I sit at this table with Jorge, and he goes, "Dude, I just saw the funniest thing ever," and he can't stop like laughing. I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Dom just went up to this woman with one leg, asked her for a dance, and she rejected him."
She's like, she goes, I can't dance. I only have one leg.
Is it possible to pull Jorge away for a second?
See, if he says no, that's okay, but see what he says. We did some diabolical hypotheticals while everyone was gone. I asked the room of people I was hanging out with
Where I said you can go fuck yourselves.
Wow, I actually do believe that he said that. The first 90% or last 10% of a blowjob question, so the room really liked that. And then we had a couple good ones from Frank and Becca, the legends of diabolical hypotheticals. What are you looking up?
Just looking at the chat.
We got a wrap soon. We literally got a wrap soon. Thank you. That was more than that deserved, but thank you.
Anywho's it was a great trip. I got a cool hat.
Oh, is that we're done? After you guys got back from the bars, it was split into two parties. One was karaoke for like 2. I feel like we did karaoke for like 2 hours.
And then downstairs it was the Depression Fest.
Yeah, it was literally like...
It was sad boy hours.
Yeah, sad boy hours. What's it called? Trauma dump 101.
It was awful. I go downstairs and I'm like, hey, let's go. Like they had like these sombreros on like the piano, and I was like, how funny would it be to go downstairs and be like, what's up, guys?
Yeah.
I go downstairs and I'm like, what are you guys talking about? And they're like, the time that someone in my high school killed themselves. I'm like, oh, okay.
Never mind. So we started doing karaoke. At first, it seemed like the vibes were weird. I took mushrooms, just the amount that makes you like a little queasy and hard to stand up, but not enough to be like tripping. And so I did karaoke fully horizontal, but I'm glad I didn't take more because then I would not have sang at all.
Yeah.
It was mostly me and Alex. I feel at first. I feel like me and Alex were keeping up the vibe. A song would play, fucking White Houses by Vanessa Carlton started playing. We were like, oh, I love that song. And so we started singing. It was a lot of rap. It was a lot of Cranberries. A couple Cranberries. I feel like I finally found my footing in karaoke where I used to be really scared. And I'm like, I know how to sing. I just need to get used to hearing my own voice. And now that I've gotten used to it, I'm like, I really like it a lot. But I also realize that like a lot of people do want to sing, but same thing where they like don't want to hear themselves or like aren't used to hearing themselves. So I like backing people up without a mic so that it like they're less focused on what they sound like. Serafina was like, I want to do a song, but I don't want to do it by myself. I go, well, how about you pick a song and I'll start it and you can back me up. And so that's what we did. We did Linger by the Cranberries and the lyrics were wrong. I'm still thinking about that. The fact that this karaoke video had the wrong lyrics. There were a bunch. Oh, it's funny though. Luis does a song at first. He does a song from Les Mis and then he goes to bed right away before anyone gathers.
Wait, Jorge said in the chat, he goes, shout out the leg girl. So it
the
did
one
happen.
Dude dumped Tom.
It did happen.
Turned down Dom for what? Luis does the song and then goes to bed. We're all singing for a really long time. Mike is drunk, ? Wearing a sombrero in a hoodie. Doing fucking Linkin Park or something.
Me and G-Mike. G-Mike came up to me before and he was like, GBM, how sick would it be if we did Paper Cut by Linkin Park? And I was like, that would be so fun.
And so they did it and they were great.
He said, I'll do the rap. G-Mike said, I'll do the rapping part.
And you'll do the chorus.
I would do the singing part. I would be Chester. He would be Shinoda.
Right. So, and it was great. And Mike's screaming, wearing a sombrero, screaming. Very close to the TV, which is over here. I see Luis come down the stairs, and he's like in a fucking robe, and it's almost the very end of the song. And Alex and I see him, and he's like, "The fuck is that?" But he says nothing.
Yeah.
He just goes, and Alex goes, "Hold on," and she lets you finish the song, and then he comes up. He goes, "This is crazy. I mean, this is crazy." It's so fucking loud. And it was just a really funny image of Mike screaming in a sombrero. And
then he was like, someone's playing bongos.
No one was playing bongos. It was just someone's voice has a register similar to bongos. I'm trying to think what other song. I did a duet with John. That was cute. I'm trying to think of what else happened. G-Mike did a really good version of, what's that Third Eye Blind song? Semi-Charmed Life. That was really good.
That's his. I said on the trip, I'm like, that's your Torn by Natalie Imbruglia.
Yes, I agree. It was really good. A way longer song than I remember it being. And Dom unfortunately slept through. He must have been hungover or fucked up or something. Because I was like, Dom's got to be here for the good karaoke. Serafina rallied and came out.
Yeah.
And we sang. And she was like, I tried. And he's just knocked the fuck out. And I go, well, you can only do so much. And I tried singing Champagne Supernova by Oasis. I go, if he sleeps through this, then he's really out. And he did not come out. That was okay. Pretty much after Luis gave us a stern talking to, we settled it. And we went down to the depression corner for a little bit.
And then we played some hypotheticals.
We did some hypotheticals, and then we went to bed. And then the next day was our travel home day.
Mine was, would you rather... they were mad at me because I came down, gave them a hypothetical, and then walked away
left?
before answering it. And they were like, well, just so you know, we did answer your hypothetical. We're not going to tell you our answers because you so rudely walked away.
Hilarious.
But it was, mine was, if you had to kill a black person or a Jew, and their entire people, every single person of the black or Jewish population knew that you killed one of their own, who would you rather kill?
It's a very gas question. Very, very gas question. Yeah, I missed most of that. Someone was asking me who my nemesis was.
Ooh.
But yeah, we went to bed pretty soon. We didn't stay up crazy late. We had travel the next day. Some people's travel plans got I mean, ours was like an hour delay, but that meant that we got to take an extra hour to get ready, so that helped. Again, Mike and I had different flights, but he only got to our apartment like an hour after I did, so we were not that separate from each other. It took me a long time to go through customs. That's it, I think. I don't know. What, I'm trying to think if I forgot it, or if I had any quiet, intimate moments with anybody. Whose chat are you giggling about?
No one's.
Wait, should I open the chat? Is Jorge talking
No,
about us?
it's not great.
Okay, let's see. It's just that this sucks.
No, just everyone talking about my question now.
Oh. Hilarious. That's it.
Oh,
everyone-
we have to talk about fucking Becca in the airport before we go.
What happened to Becca at the airport?
So, like, me and Suarez and Becca travel together there, and we get to the airport, and, like, the entire time she's being like, you guys want any snack, like granola bars? Do you want tissues? Like, she's asking,
Mom.
she's like, do you want hand sanitizer? And then we get up to, like the TSA line or whatever. She all of a sudden just falls the fuck apart. She's just like, she doesn't have her passport. She doesn't have her boarding pass ready. She has nothing ready.
No.
We're like, where was this lady who's like prepared with everything to get like granola bars? She just did, and we were like, me and Suarez waited for her, and we were just like laughing, like she
had all this shit, but not her boarding pass. Wild.
She had to go downstairs and get it printed.
No way! Yeah. Oh my god! I wonder what happened. That's crazy.
There was no Wi-Fi or whatever, and she just didn't download in advance.
Oh, I didn't have a problem with that. That sucks.
Yeah, so we were making fun of her for that.
Yeah, but you guys made it through, okay.
Yep, drank a lot of tap water.
Shit your brains out on the plane.
Hell yeah.
I think that's
Can
it.
I tell you something that I didn't tell you before?
Sure, let's hear it.
Before
oh,
we
wait,
go?
I want to tell my best joke.
Before we go?
Yeah.
So we were at the airport. We were at this little bar.
On the way back home.
Yeah, we shared chips and salsa.
Cute.
And I got I was like one big last hurrah drink, right? So I got like this, it was called like Summer in Jalisco. It was like grapefruit and tequila or something.
Ooh.
And grapefruit juice and tequila. And then he was like, do you want a single or a double? And I was like, a double. I'm going to be on a really long flight.
Right.
Let's just go for it. And so he gives it to me. I drink it all. I send it. And we get on the plane. And I'm boarding the plane. And I get pulled aside. And they're like going through my bag now. They're asking me the same questions that they had asked me
Right.
downstairs for customs when they checked my bag or whatever.
Right.
And they're like asking me all these questions. And I'm answering them. And they were like, okay, well, do you have anyone with you? Are you traveling alone? I was like, well, I came here on vacation with my colleagues, but if you're talking about literally right in this moment, no, I'm traveling independently back
Right.
home. And they were like, okay, well, we pulled you aside because you seem
Fucked
too
up.
intoxicated to fly. And I was like, no, I'm just visually impaired. My eyes look like this. I take steroid eye drops that make them really red. And they were like, okay, you're good to go then.
No.
So they let me on, but like, I
You think they believed you, or they just had to believe you?
I think it was because I also, like, even though, like, my words might have slightly been slurred a tiny bit,
Right.
but I answered the questions quickly and correctly enough that they were like, okay, he's not going to be a problem.
Right.
Like, I wasn't being belligerent.
Right.
I was aware. I was fine to take a flight.
Right, of course. Of course.
I
You had
think-
2 drinks.
I think that answer was, like, what they needed to hear to let me on was the blind thing. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did get pulled aside.
That's
Isn't that
very
hilarious?
funny. They were pulling a bunch of people aside seemingly arbitrarily on the way back on my flight. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and then for the entire ride, I was trying not to seem drunk.
Yeah, you're like, I'm on my best.
Because also they were like snacks for purchase. They just didn't.
Oh, they didn't have any of the. Oh, what airline were you?
Delta.
Oh, yeah. I always take United, and they always have the little quinoa chocolate.
Well, they
crisp.
did on the way there.
Yeah, but they didn't
on the
way
flight
home.
to Mexico,
That's
but on the
annoying.
flight back. Anyway, that's enough flight talk.
That's
I think I'm gonna
enough.
get to wrap to see Do Rag and the Deer Tag on Real Ass Podcast.
Yeah,
Woo, woo, woo.
woo.
Subscribe to gasdigital.com to get to see all of to watch live podcasts just like this and interact in the chat with us. Use our code now to get a big discount on your membership. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. I know more people watch our channel on GaS than they do on our YouTube, so go over and subscribe because I know you're not.
That's pretty cool, actually.
So go subscribe on YouTube at GaS Digital now. Give us that bump so we can get to 3,000 so we can do the lie detector. And
Natalie DeChico edits on Instagram, DECICCO_edits.
And follow the GaS
Mike
Digital
on Instagram.
Okay.
You don't want to
Just
be
follow the GaS Digital accounts on Instagram and Twitter. We gotta go.
Okay, bye.
Love you.